Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. Back with another one. Let me get this up started. Okay. Sunday Madness. What is it? Sunday Madness 24. Sunday Madness 24. We're going various topics today. Um, I heard about that mass shooter, that white boy. That mass shooter, that white boy, man. That's some foul shit. He was I thought this was like, May's been a wild month. Let me tell you something. May has been a wild month, y'all. Man, them white boys is tripping. You got a woman got assassinated over at Israel and Palestine, but I'm not gonna get into to uh to do that. Okay, it's not paid promotion. And yeah, it's been a while. I've heard about that mass shooter, man. That's some wild shit up in somewhere. I forget what city that was. It's some wild shit. It's some wild shit. The fuck? When did YouTube start doing this in the studio? Oh my god. Damn. When did they? Oh my god. Man, they making it hard for people to just be on here in this bitch. But that's the thing about the master. What's going on, Leticia? What's going on? And I'm just like, since the mass shooter was like, I think the mass shooting. Okay, let's look at him real quick. I think he was in the supermarket in Buffalo. That's up in New York. That's one of the top stories right now. He said a white 18-year-old traveled to a predominantly black area of Buffalo. Okay, I'm gonna read some of this. Make sure it ain't no. Make sure it ain't no. Yeah, they showed a picture. Thank goodness. I ain't want no fucking video. It says authorities and all that. And he said the 18-year-old who allegedly wrote a white supremacist manifesto traveled from hours away to a predominantly black neighborhood in Buffalo, New York, opened fire in a supermarket Saturday, killing 10 people and wounded 3. Authorities said 11 of the people who were shot at the Tops Friendly Markets store were black, and the authorities said they believed the mass shooting was racially motivated. The victims included a former Buffalo police lieutenant working in a security and a 86-year-old mother of Buffalo's retired for commissioner. Buffalo Mayor Brian Brown said 2 people remain hospitalized in the stable condition. The spokesman for Erie County Medical Center and Saturday night. But the suspects drove to the Buffalo supermarket from Conklin in New York, about 200 miles away, was live streaming as he carried out the shooting, authorities said. He was live streaming this shit. Wow. Wow. People gathered outside the supermarket in Buffalo, New York, and 10 people were killed on Saturday. Peyton S. Genderon used an assault rifle to kill 3 people outside the supermarket and 7 more inside. Officials said he eventually surrendered and the police was taken into custody. Genderon was charged with the first-degree murder, prosecutors said, and he pled not guilty in court of Saturday night. Buffalo County Court Chief Judge Craig Hanoff told CNN. The investigators are reviewing the 180-page purported manifesto that was, oh, damn, stop sending me this shit. Okay. Messed up my reading. God damn it. Manifesto. Okay. He said 7 inside and all that. Okay. Investigators in the manifesto. Okay. I'm reading this part. I done lost my fucking train of thought in reading. Okay. The author of the document who wrote pen on. Okay. And told CNN investigators 103. Okay, posted saying okay, shooting 2 federal law enforcement sources told CNN the author of the document who claims that the Peyton Gendron confessed to the attack to describes himself as a fascist, a white supremacist, and an anti-Semite. But the New York Kathy Hewlett told CNN that the investigators believe the suspect researched the area and targeted the busiest place at the one of the busiest times. This was targeted by a zip code, Huckel said, but this was the highest concentration of African American within hours. So indeed, a manifesto says all lot zip code. Oh man, this is some wild shit. Yeah, I got this from CNN. I'm gonna put this in the chat for y'all. Yeah, it's some wild shit. I ain't playing the video here, so y'all, if y'all want to look at it, I'm gonna copy it and I'm going to paste this in the chat. Yeah, god damn. And they was trying to fuck with my little shit. Yeah, I'm gonna paste this in the chat. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's been going on lately. Cancel. My fault. My fault. Let me get off this shit. I want no surprises. Yeah. I'm gonna see this shit right now. Yeah, some bullshit. I'm gonna check something real quick. Oh, damn. I'm gonna check something real quick. I don't want to be lagging over here. Let me share this real quick because I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, let me see this real quick. Audio equipment. Yeah, thank you. Cut it out. Ain't nothing y'all talking about. Cut it out. I gotta get this in motion because I know the haters is coming. Yeah, good, 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 good. Okay. This damn, why is it on? Get off this shit. God damn. Put it back on Assassin's Creed for a minute. Yeah, but that's the talk of the weekend. And you know, it's been wild last week, and I mean overseas, and I know Palestine's tripping and everything. Lebanese election. I'm just talking about world current events. But yeah, that's currently in the U.S. right now. You know, because I try to tell you, the summer's gonna be wild, especially the spring. So y'all better be careful out there. You know, people doing a thing, and they just doing sorts of things. Okay, I can't read that. Let me get into the chat room for a minute. And she said, hell no, I don't want to watch that. Of course. Of course, I ain't gonna let you watch that. But I'm just saying, like, it's that's going on. And that's one of the reasons people should just watch it this summer. You know, I mean, go somewhere nice, but don't go where the crazies are. You know, I mean, the South is not bad yet. I've yet to see anything pop off. So one thing I can say it in so many words, you just got to be mindful who you hang around and things like that. I mean, it's we're slowly getting there, but as people getting back outside, you know, they got taste of fresh air, nice weather. It's gonna be 90 degrees coming up week on the end of the week. I will say in this month because we're getting close to the hotter spring and whatever. Yeah, she says Seattle's fucked up. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine that. And I think I got a cousin out there in Seattle. You know, his name was Frank. But you know, my dad told me a story crying his way to Seattle is a trip. He used to joke like that in the family reunions. Cousin Frank. I ain't been to Seattle. It'd be nice to go to visit. I ain't been in the West. Only place I've been West, I would say Midwest, I'll say Kansas. And Kansas is boring. I've been to Missouri. That's it. I've been to St. Louis, but Kansas City's nice, but I do not like Topeka, Kansas. That's worse than Utah. I always thought the countryside was bad, but damn was nothing for a 10-year-old to do. I can tell y'all a whole nother story. It was my dad's friends, like I think her husband wanted to live out there on the police board, you know, law enforcement. I just couldn't I just couldn't take it. You know, it was cool at first. I love Kansas City. I mean, I ain't got a problem with the baseball team. And I met someone there in the workplace. He's cool. Yeah, I like Kansas City, but I just don't like Topeka, Kansas. I told him it's boring and it is what it is. But it can be a little racist. They did blow at us one time. That was my first experience outside of the state where I come from. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's crazy. I want to see what she wrote. I'm originally from Chicago. Well, I've been scanning Seattle for the last 7 years. It's a beautiful city, but these drug plus Seattle is real talk. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so you're from the Chi. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I got some family in the Chi. I got some cousins in the Chi. I've been by there once. Almost been there. I think my family been to a reunion once. I've missed. But yeah, I haven't been to Chicago. Chicago's nice too, despite the crime, but you know, it's not a bad city. It's actually I think Dre talked about this on the stream. They're not as bad as people think. I don't know why these wing nuts would say, "What about Chicago?" Well, Chicago's not bad. It's, you know, it's just the politics behind it. And it's kind of like GA a little bit. Kind of like you know, those states that have Republican governors, they usually bring up the worst crime. You know, Democrats they perpetuate it a little bit, but it's not a bad area. It's where you're at. You're good. As long as you ain't piss nobody off, you're good. But you know, like it's places to go here. You just gotta be mindful. The summer is just wild. Lady Love, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see what she's talking about again. And I am a single mom. I just wanted to give my kids out that gang life, which is I was in. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Interesting, 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 interesting. Yeah, it's a lot. I it's tough. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no issues against whoever's single moms up in this chat room. Y'all welcome to speak your mind. I ain't one of these dudes over here, but I'm just saying wherever floats your boat. If you want something nice, I mean, the West is nice. Don't get me wrong. People take their kids out West. If you're from these areas, I've noticed some moms that I served that were single moms, and she was from Gary, Indiana. Nice lady though, nice lady. And she said she wanted to come down here in Georgia. And I told her there's some plenty good spots outside of Atlanta. Atlanta's kind of crime riddle right now because of the pandemic. Before that, it wasn't as bad. It's just people start coming in and taking the opportunity and trying to scam and all that stuff. But that's just going to end. I hope we get. I would say I hope what's her name, Stacey Abrams, win, and that shit's gonna stop. And you're gonna have law enforcement crank up a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is going to change. And I said this last year. It's going to be a big difference. You're not going to have this bullshit ever again. It's just going to take time, and people's just going to have to pitch in and vote. That's the thing. Yeah, she really want to make some adjustments. A lot of people make adjustments when they come here, and you'll be surprised. A lot of people say, "Man, I'm getting away from gang life, drugs, whatever." You know, church trying to molest my kids. You know, there was a guy that told me about it, and I listened to him, but it was a Christian church. I've seen this a lot where I come from, and it's damning. But you know, everybody's trying to escape something. You know, but the South is in the West. I'm assuming people looking for opportunities to live. You know, it's business. People just don't want to live in bad areas. I have to disagree with Ramil. Nobody wants to live in Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana is not bad. It's just not future for black folks. Black folks don't want to build it. And I hate to say most of these cities can be rebuilt. It's just the problem is you got modern day terrorism, gangs, corruption, and all that stuff. That's what's holding people back. And I think Duke the Don said this last night. I kind of agree with the Nigeria thing. I will talk about that as a future topic. Can it be a superpower? I might do some research on that. I gotta sleep on that. That's an interesting discussion I would love to have. And it's a lot of things hold people back. It's just the stuff what I saw from 2020. It's a lot of reset, and people show their hand all the damn time. But yeah, it's pretty true. It's pretty true. And I agree, Leticia. Yes, and it's very true. So I can't argue with a person from Chicago. So the Chicago people will tell you the truth. You just gotta go where you at. Just keep, mind your business and you good. Chicago's one of them places. It has its reputation. It's not a bad city. It's just you got a lot of corruption. Like all cities, to be fair, I'm gonna say this in this stream right now. All cities have their fair share of corruption. I seen this in Atlanta years ago, quiet as kept. And I don't live in Atlanta no more. I live in Cobb County. I live in another county right now. But yes, I've seen this a lot. Even my home state where I'm from, you see some corruption. I'm not gonna lie. And it's normal. Usually it's people skimming from the top. And it's crazy. And she's right. She's absolutely right. Chicago, depends on where you at. It's not bad. It's just you just got certain individuals trying to make it look bad. But it is what it is. I've noticed people that leave that city and prosper better. I mean, quiet as kept. It's other people prosper. It's not just, people try to get away from the madness, man. The drugs do fuck up communities. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think what did Dre told me? He said, "Who wants to live in squalor?" Yeah, nobody want to live in squalor. I don't. But if you have kids and children, that's understandable. That's a brilliant way to leave a place like that. I mean, everybody's gonna know, yeah, Chicago's home, but most people say I can't go back there, and I don't blame them. And then you can't argue with a person that's really from those areas. I don't care if they're from whatever, be more Philly. They're not going back there. They're not paying no taxes. There was a white dude told me, he said Chicago got high taxes. At first, I didn't want to believe him until I did the research. I said, oh shit, I didn't know that. Damn, depends on where you at. He told me that while I used to work. I was living at Atlanta at the time, and I left that shit in 2019. But that pandemic hit different, man. That pandemic just, woo, it shattered people's brains, man. It shattered my brain. How broken most people were. It wasn't the illness and the deaths. It was how broken people are, how they thought of people and their spouses and the marriages. Sad, sad, but it is what it is. And especially when they come to these panels I've seen 2 years ago, it's disgusting. And then I had to learn to stay calm. A lot of these people are broken. And the therapy rates, the psychologist rate, they went through the roof. Everybody was getting a session after session. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to think. Everybody was using Zoom calls. Them people was just wild. They had to talk to people. They hate being isolated. Acoustically treated environment. They just couldn't stand it. But yeah. Yeah, GA's like that, Lady Love. It's always like that. It's two sides of it. You gotta really live here to understand. It's not as bad as people think, but GA can be rough. It's really like depends on the individuals where they come from. You got a lot of transplants here, so you gotta understand that everybody's from the South are transplant, not always up north. It's a balance of both worlds and overseas. So crime's gonna come anywhere whether you like it or not. And one thing I understand it, I just leave people alone. They leave me alone, and we're good. You have a fantastic time. You learn how to survive and move forward. But that's the whole purpose of me knowing. I like downtown Seattle out here. They call his own meal. And I swear to God, that's what they be looking like off these drugs. Yeah. Wow. I can imagine. I won't leave that alone. Yeah, you have a very good point. What's your last comment? What you just said? And I so much agree with you. Yeah, yes. Yes. It is what it is. And like I said, what's going on in Buffalo is wild. Like that boy just said it was racially motivated, but I didn't want to look at the video. I'm gonna see some replay. I'm not gonna speculate. I'm just gonna see it for myself. That boy was nuts. I'm not gonna lie. This is normal around this time. I think the spring, you notice racism is gonna be super high because I don't know what people are on the internet. I don't be on the internet like that. Just sometimes you just got to, it's not just watch it, but just be mindful. People are sick out here, man. Mentally, there's a lot of sick people after the death of a certain individual on YouTube, and their idol, they're tripping right now. Everybody's tripping. They don't have no outlet. My God is gone. Their God is gone, right? And when they say their God is gone, it's really sad, and their emotions come out. And then they wanna talk the wayward shit with you, and there it is. But you gotta learn something. You cannot let people give you your energy. I know people wants to talk about going to church, acting crazy in Christianity. I don't really care for it that much. I mean, Christianity is what it is. I mean, everybody's enjoying church probably Sunday, not getting I hate to say excuse me, molested, but there's some good churches not like that. They trying to deter that. And then you got some churches just as bad as others, especially these mega churches you got to watch. And it is what it is. You can't stop people from doing evil. Only the Most High come in and just smite that in time. It's happening. What I see over in Ukraine and Russia is a great example. This ain't over. This is just the beginning of see where people are at, especially in politics, who's spiritually enlightened, and then you got to move forward. And then you got to move forward. You can't expect people to change. You just got to let them change within, and the same way I tell these fellas, you cannot change women until we have a different mindset to change. Then it works evenly. So you cannot blame the woman all day. I've learned that 2 years ago. It was dumb. And prior years ago, I've heard these before, and we can't have panels like that. We just can't. I refuse to do that. I did that last year, entertaining some, but this year I'm not having it. No, we're not doing it. We got to balance it out. That's all that matters. And it is what it is. I mean, it's bad out here, but it's going to continue. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I told this to Duke about the Nigeria thing. Don't worry about that. That's going to continue. He said somebody recently died and got killed and tortured in Nigeria, a woman. But that I'm going to speak on that in a future video. What things happened in Nigeria? I wish I have them on a panel if I get my other stuff set up. But that's a future stream, probably in the summer. I'll talk about in the late summer or something like that. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm focused on other things right now. Let's see what's going on. I'm so sorry they call Zombie Land in Seattle because the drug epidemic out here is ridiculous. Damn, I did not know that. Yeah, I had to give you that. Yeah, it is what it is. Some people get sick. People are depressed. There's other places to go to. And one thing I learned about YouTube, when people bring their problems, and I think I had a discussion with my mom on Mother's Day, and I said, yes, it's a lot of sick people on here. And I try to tell her, like, a lot of times they're depressed. They sick in the head, but they also sick mentally. Well, spiritually, they sick because they don't know where to turn to. A lot of it, we can't say they're sick badly. They're sick mentally and spiritually. They cannot think for themselves, and they're hurt. It's a lot of hurt, broken people, and a lot of them get hurt and say the reckless things is because it could be a relationship, it could be their children. Their children's not bad, is they didn't want their children. A lot of people just don't want to admit that. I mean, children, I hate to say children has to be one. And shouts out to Vanessa was saying that about raising boys. And I was in a live stream talking about habitual trauma bond. This is related to this. I told her the best way to teach boys is to be honest, be fair to females, teach them right, let them live their life as boys, but let them experience the male stuff when they get a little older. They have to adapt to the environment. Like we always teach over here, you got to think for yourself. My dad taught me that stuff when I was younger, and male figures do help. It helps them to survive. Now, if you have girls, I can't speak on that because girls, they have a different path than we do because they do have to watch themselves as well. But y'all teach them the best again. Y'all, the mothers, the good mothers here, y'all can teach your daughters the best ability. Just stay away from rugged men as much because a lot of them ain't really rugged. They just out here to just prey on the sexual stuff or the physical stuff because of the imagery and the TV, Not just the video games, but the bad stuff, the bad messaging. It's not always the video games and TV. It's the imagery, what they put out there to fuck the kids up, and that's why the kids are so fucked up. I can't talk to the average kid what they're looking at. I always ask them a question. I said, "What's that?" I don't know what that is, and I always say that because if they're younger than me, I don't know what that is. I always ask them. I asked them, "What are you looking at?" And same way with my sister. What are you looking at? I have to do that to know where their minds are. And it's not me saying this. I'm learning from them. When I was their age, we didn't have this problem, but it's a normal thing. They like things that they're like. I can't tell them how to think. They got to think for themselves sometimes. Sometimes they got to learn to fall down. And that's why I had to learn. And your parents teach you a lot, but sometimes the world has to teach you. You have to teach yourself how to survive, how you think for yourself. The character has to build. I believe in character building, period. But you got to build it within yourself and then be better. You know, I know people say practice being perfect. No, practice be better. Practice be better matters. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand this stuff. Yeah. Let me read this right quick. Layla said a great point. I'm gonna have to give you a plus for this. True. Me and my husband are foster adoption parents. And yes, there are some parents that just don't want their kids, especially when they choose drugs over their kids. That's absolutely facts, and I agree right there. See that right there. I'm gonna leave this up for a minute. What she just said, y'all, is very valid. What I'm saying. This is always true in any other, no matter what state we live in. It's all over the U.S. This is very true, and I'm not mad. I ain't got no problem with people fostering and adopting kids if they can't even have none. You know, if you don't want to throw in, this goes to last week's topic when we was talking about the abortion thing. I'm gonna try to stay off it. I'm gonna be mild with it. I'm gonna be like, see right there. And my dad said, if you didn't want them anyway, if you trying to stop them from getting abortions, what's the outcome of them going to be safe? If you don't want them, they already fucked up in the system anyway. So what's the damn difference? You didn't want them then, that right there, I understand. See, these are fair arguments to talk about. So what she just said is very valid. That is so true. And people choose drugs and nonsense. And it's really sad. It's really sad, and it is what it is. And you can't really get mad how people think. I tried that years ago, try to change certain people, but you can't. You got to learn from yourself and how others think. And that's just people. People are going to be people regardless. And that's a valid comment right there. Yeah. I appreciate that. That's just what it is. You know, y'all got to know. I'm Will Leticia. Okay, she's okay talking. Okay. And what she said right here. Okay, thorough. I have three boys and I try my best to raise them at my best capabilities, but I'm not a man. I try to teach them the best I can. Man, that has to be tough. That has to be tough. Yeah. And I think Vanessa said something very valid, and I told her it's not easy to raise them. See, women is different, but the boys, we can teach them, stay out of trouble. The women are not the issue. They're not to blame. Sometimes it's us. I mean, yes, you deal with the wrong types of females that are uncultured, but you can't really get mad what they do. That's just part of society's deals, and people just throw people away. You know what I'm saying? But most people are going to choose who they're going to choose. And relationships is just another factor of what things to come. One thing I can say about it, we got to understand something. The world's very vast and it's different. So when you see this stuff, you just like, okay, we're here now, and then we're staying on foot. So I could say something in so many words. People can just come in and just like, okay, we here, we here. And yes, Lady Love said you only do your best. Yeah, that's a great compliment. But you know, one thing I can say what's going on right now. People was worrying about mass shootings and things like that. I told you this was going to get bad because once they start opening up, everybody was trying to go right back to normal. It's not really normal because people are sick. But the pandemic has taught me a lot that most people just going to be who they are. But when you talk about these things and people talking about, the politics aspect, it's here now. You cannot run away from your problems. I know most people are just going to be well roaded all the time. So I'm 30 minutes in, so we good. And it's just what it is. Oh my God, what did Balak say? A black man said he had nearly a 2-hour conversation with the racist Buffalo shooting. Wow. Oh man. It's a lot of people out here, man. Choose better black men. You got options. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh. Jamal Bryant, who cares? If he throws a shot at KS, I'm not tripping off of that. That's y'all people. It's gonna be people that love him or hate him. Just deal with it. Y'all just gotta let that go. You can't protect him long term. Your idol cannot be protected. He's not infallible. I criticized him when he was alive. Didn't care. I called him the purple pill god. That was a shot at him. He knew that. But the way he died, man, you niggas went wild. Oh, she shared malvenom and shit. Yeah, I don't care about malvenom. Fuck that dude. Malengender man. Malengendered man. But one thing, it is what it is. What's going on, May? Salute, 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 salute. But yeah, he said Buffalo and the white victimhood narrative, all TVAs. He's already on it. Shouts out. He's already on it. Good dude. Good dude. Y'all subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. He means well. He means well. He's not as bad as people think. VA just he loves who he supports. If he loves KS as his idol, that's cool. I'm not gonna argue with that. He's a supporter. See, I don't give him flack. At least he admits it. He's one of them dudes I highly respect. Much we disagree on certain things, we agree on some things. But one thing I can say to him, he's been on my panels a few times. He will tell you this stuff is pretty much normal. And we have a different perspective of a lot, but he comes off. He has some sense. He's not bad. He just does shit for attention, but he has good content. He has a different perspective, and we both are very similar. So it's just he has a particular way of looking at it. I have a particular way of looking at certain individuals on here. See, I've been here longer, but I understand where he's coming from. I understand what I'm coming from. It's just we have different perspectives how we look at that particular individual. But what I saw last night and early this morning, Duke the Don was talking about Nigeria. That's a great topic to do. He needs to do that, and I will do it and counter and follow up what I think about it. Why is it a superpower? Can it be a superpower? And we can have that discussion. And let me tell you something. We can build off that. We can build off that and just make sure is it conducive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with these conversations. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm here today. I know this Sunday Madness is wild, and I know this ain't gonna be a long one. It may be a 2 hour because I'll get this thing rolling because this is like a temporary thing stream. So deck that I'm using, I might use this as pre-recorded long term, and we gotta see. So when we do this, we do this. And shouts out to Shar. Yesterday, her show was excellent, and she broke down a lot of stuff in her show. And everybody's doing well, man. Like the consistency is king over here. You know what I'm saying? We on deck over here. We on deck, and that's the thing that we gotta look at. We see things for what it is, and and I kind of ate good today. I had like some salmon, whatever, but you know what it is. But one thing I can say in so many words, most people just going to go in and be like, "All right, I'm tired of the mass shooting. The guy's just going crazy, and I'm surprised that he killed that many people and injured a couple. This is going to get worse, man. You're going to see something this summer. You may see something in August. Just be on the lookout, man. Like, this is a bad year, man. It's not a bad year, but it's going to be an exciting year for good and bad. You'd be like, whoa, we're going to see this. But the mass shooting, I'm not excited for. This is a continuation of what's going on. And we're going to see where the test of people's faith is in society. Some people love corruption. Some people love that shit, man. Like, you got to understand, most people deal with things differently than we do. And one thing I can say, the former Buffalo police officer killed in mass shooting. Damn. I didn't know that. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. And good old Buffalo. Good old Buffalo. Do-do-do-do-do. We are in Buffalo. We got the funk. Don't let me stop. It's 19 weeks into the year, and America has already been seen 198 mass shootings. That is ridiculous. 10 people killed, an additional 3 injured, make this weekend racially motivated attack at Buffalo, New York supermarket the deadliest mass shooting of the year in the United States. It is also that the 198th mass shooting in 2020, with just over 19 weeks into the year. This average about so much attacks as well. But the tally comes from the Gun Violence Archive, and an independent data collection organization groups define a mass shooting as an incident which 4 or more people are shot or killed, including excluding the shooter. But the full list, mass shootings in 2022, can be found here. Prior to Buffalo attack, the large scale mass shootings this year was at a car show in Dunham Ark, Arkansas on March 19th. The attack killed one person's, injured 27. I'll read this part. Such shootings are an American phenomenon. Mass shootings, as is well known by now, are common reassurance in the United States. Around this time of the last year, the United States had experienced a similar number of mass shootings, also a 10-week. We ended 2021 with 693 mass shootings per the Gun Violence Archive, but the year before saw 611, and 2019 had 417. But the measurements don't matter out of nowhere, says Mark Fulman, which has been researching in mass shootings since 2012, when a gunman killed 2 people and at a movie theater, and then the Aurora, Colorado. Yeah, Aurora, yeah, theater in Aurora, Colorado. This is planned violence. There is in every one of these cases always a trail of behavioral warning signs. He told the NPR earlier this month. Fullman, the author in the new book, The Trigger Points, said the whole book, Mentally Ill, is also widely misunderstood. But the general public views mass shootings as people who are total crazy and insane, and it fits with the idea of snapping, as if these people are totally detached from reality. But that's not the case. We said we said there's a very rational thought and process that goes into the planning and carrying on mass shootings. The suspect in the Buffalo attacks left behind a racist creed and damned body armor and livestock the attack. Yeah, he was on a mission. That boy was on a mission. So let me drop this down. That boy was on a damn mission. So we already know what time it is. That boy was on a damn mission, boy. He was on a damn mission. He was trying to kill shit. I'm trying to kill me some nigga. He was on a mission. He was on a mission. He was on a mission. When he was on a mission, we see this a lot. And then, the mass shooting is just going crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get this down pat. So, when you see the mass shootings, it's a continuation of what's going on. And I'm just like, okay, we here and we just like saying, okay, we wish people the best of luck and things like that. And we're gonna be like, all right, we're here. And I'm just saying like this. Most people they just don't want to hear what we have to say and just be honest. They just love the drama. And I'm just looking at it like it's what a way to start off the year. But May's around the corner. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot for a while. Then the early part of June, a lot of people think that's summer, but really that's technically spring. The summer won't start until the 20th. I want to see if that's accurate on my calendar. I want to see that's accurate. I want to see that's accurate. Oh man, woo! I had a sinus infection for a minute. Got that address. Got quiet for a minute. Oh, they have what's this day? They substituted on the 20th. Juneteenth is on Father's Day too. And the first day of summer starts on the 20th. A lot of people try to think it starts on the 21st and all that. Let me see this for a minute. Or is it a little early? June 1st is the first day of the LGBTQ Pride Month. Oh God. Yeah. Or excuse me, Alphabet Month. Damn. I just said it. They really start, man. They took June. This is gonna be interesting. June's gonna be. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something about June. June, like last year's June, I made fun of Juneteenth. I ain't gonna make fun of the Southern community, but this next month is going to be wild. It's going to be wild because this is very so Black people celebrate what, Juneteenth. It's going to be very interesting because I'm going to leave on the 20th because I'm not going to be around and come back on the 24th of July because I'm going to take a long break from this. And, I'll still drop some content in between. I'll probably drop some in July, probably that Saturday, and then dip the rest of the way. Just one pre record, just a heads up, see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's very nice out. It's very nice out. It's not bad. It's just I thought they was improving like they did Camden years ago. I think it was like what, 2019. I saw it on YouTube and they was on their way. And stuff like this happens. It's pretty much normal. After the 2020, the 21, the lock in for 2 years, everybody's going crazy now. So once they get a fresh of outside finally and talking to people and they moved around and got shot it up, now they're going crazy. So it's going to continue. And this is a long process. It's a long process. And that's what you have in so many words. See if I'm out here tripping right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just acting crazy right now. Let's see what's going on here. I'm just gonna go up for a minute. And I'm just gonna see all right. Let's see what she say right here. Okay. Let's see what she say right. Yes, out here in Seattle, they are allowed to ride around and walk around naked. That shit is weird to me. Yeah. Yes, it's well, certain places in Midtown, I would say part of Atlanta. I've seen years ago they do that. They have their own community. They do that. It's certain parts, not the inner outer part. And I'm just like, what is going on here? But this is pretty much normal. Everybody's going back to their normal behaviors, but it's going to continue. We're going to see what 2024 is going to be about. This is a wild year, and I'm just like, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, and then people are just mind fuddled, bumfuzzled the fact that people do this stuff all the time. This is pretty much normal. So I don't know what to tell y'all, but people are weird. They're just weird like that. And I'm just like, we gotta understand something. People are just gonna be foul like that. And we got to understand that most people just don't care. Let me see something real quick. Let's see something real quick. Let me see some on adjust the settings for a minute. And it's gonna be give me some real quick. Okay. Get back on point for a minute. But yeah, this is kind of very weird. But you know, Sunday Madness, we talk about wild things a lot, and so this is pretty much normal. And one thing I can say about it for me, what I've seen lately, you know, on the news, we just saying like, look, I watch different news, but you know, when on France 24, they was talking about that DeFar stuff, what's going on in the history, slavery, and then they was talking about this opera singer. I think she was one of them Jays over there from Israel. She had an album. I didn't know they had albums like that. But she was so giddy up. But they didn't answer that question about that shit happened to old girl over at Al Jazeera. That's a hot topic over there right now. But you know, the Palestinian, the Israelis, that's a bad blood. You know, I can't really speak on it, you know, because I've heard those arguments years ago. I don't even want to get into that. They just like emotional. They say, well, he did this over here, he did that. That nigga did all right, you know, and they claiming that's their land and shit. But we ain't gonna get into that. They are so emotional and they will pick a side, boy. And you better not say they ain't the chosen. Now cut your dits off. And they ain't playing with you over there. He said they ain't devil over. He's an anti-Semite. That's the first thing they'll say to you. Like you crazy, but you know, I don't even want to speak on that. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna get out of there. He said, get out of there. And I'm like, shit. These dudes, man, I'm telling you, bro. Uh overseas has not changed a fucking bit. I mean, as soon as you know something, it's gonna be problems. Oh, I got something for y'all Thursday, man. Y'all be yeah. I got something for y'all Thursday. Thursday, we're gonna have some fucking fun, man. We're gonna talk about Imano and Auntie going that over at Pasa, no, formerly known as Pasa $40. And who else went over here? Let's talk about the LBM Coliseum. Yeah, Mr. Fittinelli getting cooked by old boy that cooked Anton. Yeah, Fittinelli. What's going on, Fittinelli? You getting fucked up, boy. I can't stand that nigga. That nigga said, I'll stand on it if George Floyd died. And he got caught in this bullshit lying, got exposed and showed his hand, show his a wing. Let me stop. Let me stop making fun of him. It's just like, dude, stop crying. I mean, seriously, stop crying. Like, bruh. This dude always crying about shit. He said, these dudes hate the manosphere and y'all ain't look like manosphere. You know, that nigga's hilarious. So a lot of people try to say he ain't hilarious. That nigga's funny. He talks way more shit to people, but they have to get slapped up in life. Like, stop it, bruh. What is wrong with you, darling? Go change your diaper. Quit whining. Pull your britches up and just be a good old boy. Oh, I know I ain't shit, y'all, but that's just what it is, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Ain't much going on. I'm watching a 24/7 live stream about some video game I was just tripping. Giannis versus the Bucks beat the Throne. Shouts out to Macy. I know he had a show. Y'all support him. I tried the skunk hair patch trend and naughty little hair. I remember Passion Jones. You're a brave woman, so-called brave woman. I don't even want to call her H word. She's beyond that. She's a polyandrous or some. Wow, I can't even do that shit. We got to see what's going on here. I ain't trying to get tagged on this YouTube shit. This is YouTube scholarship. And then it is YouTube scholarship, you know. It is what it is. Oh man. We up in here today. Yeah, it's 56 minutes in, so you know it's an hour. I gotta once it hits an hour, we got another hour. Cause I ain't gonna be on this too long. We'll see who's gonna come through. Okay. Yeah, same comments. Okay, cool. But what can tell y'all in so many words? Some people just gonna be here and be like, yeah. But a certain individual tried to troll me last week. I had to blast him. And shouts out to Nadia sharing that stream. I had to look for myself. I said, man, this fool is a weirdo. Oh my God. And you got a lot of weirdos on the internet. They act like they hate you. They love me. They love me. They love me when I cam up. They love me. I ain't gonna be that crazy, but you know. I don't cam up as much because people are so weird on here, you know. Like I only do that for vlog streams, but here it's like it's no what's the point? I'm tired of flexing on you niggas, man. Y'all be mad because I got all this gear around me. Y'all just got going crazy, and I'm doing this shit and having fun. But yeah, speaking my little messages, that's it, and doing pre-records. I'm gonna get good and write some down on my pre-records. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Be like, I'm just flexing. I know people don't like that. I know people just can't stand that. That nigga always flexing. He always flexing. You better stop that shit. Yeah. But I'm using the AT 240 style. Yeah. Oh, did that rhyme? ah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's doing the oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We'll put this in there. But you know, one thing I can say, you know, today's the what 15th. Oh man, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild spring. The end of the month is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I gotta stay up for a minute because I gotta rearrange the living room. Take these plants out. Greetings, Supreme Elders. Greetings. How you doing? I'm all right. AKA Mr. DJ Music. Yeah, man. But you know, the politics down here is pretty much the same. But you know, Stacey Abrams is giving hell on dude, man. Like, I can't wait. I think we're gonna probably do some type of voting process early. I don't know when we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do it before, because I think it starts in November when people start showing out. Yeah. But I think he did a third shift. I think Kuda did a third shift and I didn't participate. But shouts out to Kuda. But y'all talk about y'all's God. Y'all's God is not gonna save y'all, man. He's gone. Rest in peace. Duke Don was trying to cape for that. Leave that gone. If you talk bad about him, just join the club, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. When I see these things come out, people get new stuff all the time. It's just like we here. Oh shit, it's an hour. Okay, let me drop this. Let me drop this real quick. If everybody want to substitute whatever, I'm just gonna put this in here and pin it. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay this down. Let me go in here for a minute. He said, what did he say right here? GA Senate is the key in this upcoming election. Exactly. That is so true. I was saying the same thing last year. It is always a key because I know Warnock is running, everybody's running, and they're just fighting for their last leg. But that's part of the beauty of these elections, these midterm elections, and people are seeing it for what it is. And you're not having problems what people are trying to work forth. So not only you see in these midterms, you seeing the value of people going out and participating. And I love it. I love it. And that's the beauty of it, you know? And when you see these things, you just be like, okay, we here and we're measuring off what we're going off of. And that's just what we have, you know? So when you understand this is a normal thing, it's going to keep continuing, whatever. So that's what you got. Oh, my fault. I was leaning into it. But yeah, that's the key, the Senate race and all that stuff. And it matters to certain individuals. But I think what did information man, he was talking about that mass shooting, he was talking about somebody else. What was he talking about? That was a good subject too. Did he mention a piece of tribute to their God, their Lord and Savior that's on the internet? Y'all know, call himself Mr. High Value or No Value, Great Value men, males, wherever you want to call them. It's just what it is. It is what it is. And it's nothing that people can do about it. He passed away and it's over. Let's move on and just slow down. You know? Let's just slow down. Because once you slow down, you understand what you got. And you just can't expect people to change that. Mm. And I'm just looking at it like, man, this is wild. Get my levels right for a minute. So I've been hearing a lot of stuff. People gonna vote for this and that, and go vote for a certain individual we call one of them wing nuts is Trump. He's not gonna win again. I don't see him running again. It's over. People from that side of this side is gonna get rid of him by force. They do whatever it means to get the person to look like that. One thing I can say, when you get into politics, you understand what's going on in the world. So, yeah, it's pretty much. But speaking of much, the NBA is very interesting. I think there's a 7-7, not 7-7, but it's a game 7 today. I think it's Bucks and the Celtics. Very interesting. Game 7, all for the marbles. The Heat's waiting on them. Golden State's waiting on the winner of Phoenix and I believe Dallas. Dallas is a good team. Very interesting. Very interesting. But that was interesting what Duke said about the whole thing about them fake crying over his death. You know, we already know Mela King is on the other side. But you got to see this through. You got to see this through. Some people they just gonna look at it very very differently. But that's what you expect from most people. So let me see. I gotta do this real quick. Oh, shouts out to people coming in the building. And it is what it is. I'm gonna read what she said right quick. Let's see right quick. Let's see right quick. I'm just wondering when we're going to get some real politicians. Oh, Leticia, that's a great question. I don't think never, never. We ain't getting no real ones. They all been bought and paid for it. It's been like that since before you and I was even born. I mean, you had some that were fair, but the majority historically, they just, if you really study this shit, you'd be like, oh my god, these guys is trash. Yeah, yeah. And that's what you see a lot, you know. And I just gonna say it like this: most people, they just, when she said when we gonna get a real politician, I like her question. That's a good question, and I say never because the way we acting is people don't want stuff, and people don't want them to do real things. I mean, you had some I can name, but the rest of the shit is just like, ugh, we're too incompetent. And one thing, like I'm looking at, is like how the politics is ran, man. But you know, you got a female candidate going in, and she needs the Senate, she needs Warnock to win, and things like that. So, and there's this dude named Kyle Ridenow. He was going against this other guy. Starts with S, is a Sagler, whatever his name is. He's a Republican, claiming he helped black folks and all that, which is cap. But yeah, man, we call them wing nuts, right? Wing nuts or wing nuts, they would call them. But you see this a lot. People who are they gonna vote for, and it's just like it's steadily going by. But and I'm just like Mal Mannerman. He was in Duke the John's chat. He said something silly. I could have got the shot. I said, "Nah, it's not even worth it. He's just a loser." HR say, "Now you see me talking different. I was cool with Kevin." I was like, "No, nigga, you're an idol worshiper. You're a fraud, just like he is." He said, "Those are my talk boys. I didn't even get the call." I'm like, "Anger man, you need to go sit down, bro. You need a whooping." And when things say in so many words, people just gonna be mindful who they're gonna stick with. And voting's like that. podiums like that. So, I had to switch up a little bit on the audio. So, y'all forgive me. I'm just interested in knowing the truth about certain people. It is what it is. Oh man. Woo. It's gonna be warm today. Today's a good day. I should have told y'all the story about my cousin. He was in the military. He did the football. I think I told y'all this story, but I didn't go to the depths of. He struggled with the colorism thing that my family was trying to push. It's all about technique and clarity, man. Over here, try to strive to be better. So one thing I could say about today's little segment of Sunday Madness 24 is you see the mass shooting and things like that, and I'm just like, people just going in and go crazy, and that's the thing about me, you know. That's how I look at it. And I learned a lot of history last night about a company, and they gave their family business away to just several people. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm my daily driver right now. Oh, I need to stay up, nigga. Stay up, nigga. You going crazy? See what's going on in the chat room. I'm gonna read this part right here, what she just said. I kind of missed this. Back in the 80s, we used to have a mayor, Harold Washington. He was a mayor. Interesting. I might have to look him up. I might have to look him up. Okay. Let's see what the Supreme ever DJ music has to say. But if y'all listen to the masses, so white folks don't think that that don't think that way anymore. Oh, really? Read his so-called manifesto, how he get all that radical. Exactly. Yeah, man. I try not to read that manifesto stuff, and I think I have a good idea what he read. I won't keep read that to myself after I get done with the stream. Man, that boy is wild. That boy is wild, and this is nothing new. We've seen this a lot on. I actually seen it in person, not the mass shooting part, but people thinking like that in school systems. People who I used to went to school with, and it's very, very normal. He's absolutely correct right here. Yes, he has a manifesto. That dude is off it, man. Killing those people like that, and they were targeted. Yeah. Okay. He was okay. Yeah, I might search him later. What was his name? What Leticia said? He's okay. I gotta go back to the last what she said. His name is Harold Washington. Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, I might have to look at that. And what he said. Yeah, he said he learned everything from the net. Oh yeah, yeah. He could be a radical incel. He could be a radical incel. Oh, these dudes is wild. Yeah. And yeah, everybody should read it. Yeah, I'm gonna read it after I get done with this little segment of stream. Go on for 2 hours because this is gonna be light. Sunday Madness because the next one I can go a little longer. I'm gonna test some few things up, but this one is kind of like just to get me started and get a few. And I'm like my nice setup right now, so I'm in good hands. I had to turn the other mic down and come on with this handheld. This is pretty obvious, so I'm enjoying it. So let me, yeah, I'm gonna keep this right off. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this plugged in because then I might have to use it. This right here, yeah, keep them intact. Breeze done at ABC. Longtime Saints quarterback Drew Brees will not return to the network after just one season as an NFL analyst. Oh, here we go. Probably heard about Brady. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. And it gives you an. Yeah, it does give you an. Harold Washington thought about running for prez, but Jesse Jackson had other ideas. Oh, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Usually, yeah, Jesse was the man, and I saw what happened to Jesse. I heard the stories too. He didn't measure up either. I mean, this stuff is like very telling. Yeah, let me go on and coast this. Let me coast this because this is something that I see a lot. So when you have certain things, you just like, okay, we're gonna coast this right now, and I think from my understanding, on this fine Sunday, and these dudes they're gonna be like, okay, let me type in dude's name real quick. Let me type in his name real quick. Let me type in his name real quick. Oh, I know who he is. I know who he is. Thank you, Leticia and Supreme. I know who he is. Yeah, Harold Washington. Yeah, I've heard about him by another content creator. He died in '87. He died before I was even born. Yeah, he died before I was even born. He was oh damn, he was a shit, what was he? He was an Aries. Wow, interesting. He died on a Sagittarius month. Interesting. Aries. Yeah, I'm gonna read some pieces about him. I'll do a piece about him on a political stream. I gotta do some research. I might schedule something like that in the future when we talk about racial stuff. I've seen him before. Yeah, he's recognizable. But yeah, I want to see what she wrote. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, when Harold Washington he had a heart attack, and a lot of people thought the uh Daily and his dad had something to do with. I believe it was an illness. I don't know if it was that, but it's a combination of things. I gotta see because I've seen his face before. He died before my time, so yeah, Harold Washington was something else. You know about Harold Washington on Mr. DJ? He said that's what's up. Yeah, he know. Most people should know. I've seen what he looked like. I say Harold Washington. He sound familiar because I didn't read that much about him. I'll probably do some more research on him in the future because he's got an interesting take how he looks at things right now. So let me see this, and that's what you see, you know. And what I can get from him is like, yeah, he was trying to run for president and things like that. So I'll read up on him a little bit. Oh, he's a lawyer, politician. Okay, got you. Ah, he was in the army. Makes sense. Makes sense. He was in the army. Yeah, a military guy. He's them type. Works. It works, fellas. It works. I was still in single digits because I was, yeah, okay. But that man put so much impact on my life as a kid as I get older and getting to know about these politics. Interesting. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, he's very interesting to talk about. I think a certain individual, I think Taz talked about him one time. And I've heard that name before. And I never really picked up on him. I was talking about them other politicians, like, you know, but Jesse, I wouldn't count him. He tried to be more than what he is. So I don't understand Jesse's plight on that. So Jesse's gonna be Jesse on that. So let's see here. You know, one thing I can say about, you know, when people talk about Jesse Jackson way more than, you know, Harold Washington, you know, I heard of Marion Barry and all them guys. He gets overlooked. Harold gets overlooked. He's one of them guys. I'm like, okay, try to fight for the community and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, people like that. They love that man. They love that man. It's just what it is. So people look at that things like that. So they turn to him. And I'm just like, okay, we're gonna talk about this normally. But BMT's been on the roll. BMT's been on the roll. Talking about various issues and things like that. So yeah, he's been on the roll. He's been on the roll. But yeah, that mass shooting, I think I kind of want to talk about that today because I think that's the most common current event. Because I normally talk about various things. Yeah, the nigga shit, I deal with that on the DTN. I usually talk that on Thursday Thrills and pull out screenshots and things like that. But today I just want to talk about this situation I saw Saturday and I heard about it. I said, damn, that's some wild shit. A lot of people's out here, the weather's changing, heat, everything just going wild. People just going ballistic out here. And that's what you have in the summer. You just got to be mindful of what you're into, and people are going to look at you different out here. So it's very fair to say that people are going to look at you wild, right? Let me see what's going on. Jesse was not a Harold Washington. You was just phony as everybody else to me. Exactly. I agree. I agree with that. Damn sure to agree with that. Yep. Try to stay alert as I can. No disrespect, but she would have never became a president. He was too honest. That's fair. And we see this a lot. And I think a lot of people coming in, oh damn, getting a full house today. Okay, good, good, good. I'm getting a full house today. But one thing I can say about what's going on, but because it's a stretch. I might go a little longer today. I don't know. I may go longer because if people's coming in and whatever, I gotta see who's coming through. Because if not, it's going to extend this. Because Sunday Madness is one of them Sundays. Because most people ain't gonna come through right away. You know what I'm saying? There's other shows on, and this is kind of like I hate to say this, y'all. This is kind of like the quietest Sundays I've had, especially on the stream. This is kind of quiet, especially in May. Not like this. It's nice out. It's a little warm today. Might go outside later, but it's probably one of the quietest Sundays I've seen. Probably one of the quietest Sundays I've seen. A lot of shit's going on. A lot of shit's going on, and that's what you see here. And you got to look at things like that. So what you hear is what you get. You see what you get. That's the thing. So I got my things in place. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. You know, we're gonna see. Yeah. I want to get my daily driver. I got my other daily driver working. Yeah. See how I sound. Probably use this later. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna set this down right quick. That's that's for something special. I'm gonna put it over here for now. Yeah, I had to get the one. I was on mute. I'm going brand to brand today. I mean, I put the link in the chat, Dick Thug. I mean, it's different time frames. I mean, you can look for yourself. I put the link of the story on CNN, but I got more. So yeah, I put the information in there. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Let me see right quick. Yeah. Oh, it done dropped a little bit. Okay, okay. You put the context in. So a lot of this stuff, it's here. You see what's going on, and people just gonna be coming through and be like, okay, it's a matter of time, and things is about to look up. You know, And I think, yeah, you can scroll up and find it. I mean, you can look for the self. They have different time periods, but he planned this. It's the busiest time now. I believe it was like around lunchtime. I think it was yesterday, and then he timed it. He admitted that he's a white supremacist, and what he said, and the key word he used, fascist. Let me break this down. He said he was a fascist. Okay, he said he was a fascist. All right. Let me. I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him under capitalism right now. Yeah, I'll say Harold Washington later. So he said fascism. Okay, we're gonna look at something real quick. Hold on for y'all. Since we're gonna go libertarian political philosophy, yeah, we need to look at some shit up. I'm gonna tell you what fascism is, and we're gonna pull it up. We're gonna pull it up since I'm not gonna argue about certain things. Egalitarianism, we talked about that on this channel. There's no need to go in depth on it. It talks about socialism, Marxism, communism, and anarchism, egalitarian type concepts. We talked about that. It's no need to argue on these topics because we just tell it like it is. Fascism talks about authoritarian. Okay, here we go. And he said he was a nationalist, right? That's basically what he's saying. He's an authoritarian nationalist, right? That's what he's saying. He said, I'm a fascist and a white supremacist. And I read that in the CNN article, and then I just put it in the chat. He said it, and I'll read what it says here on the philosophy base. Here we go. Fascism is an authoritarian, nationalist political ideology that exalts nation and often race, like we saw, right? And above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, and severe economic and social regimentation and foreseeable suppression of opposition. It is often claims to be concerned with the notions of a cultural decline or decadence, and seeks to achieve the national rebirth by suppressing the interests of the individual and instead of promoting cults of unity and energy and purity. In economics, fascism sees itself as a third way between laissez faire capitalism on the one hand, a communism or socialism on the other. So it says in here, but yeah, I don't need to go into that because we talked about fascism enough. And you got your nationalism underneath that, what usually involves in some degree of some of all the following elements of fascism. Nationalism based on cultural, racial, or religious attributes of region, like you see in Russia with their little war against Ukrainians and whoever. Totalitarianism, state regulation of nearly every aspect of public and private sectors. Here you go. That's it. And do I got a let me look at something real quick. Do I got something let me look at the graphics. Do I have like a overlay? Let me show you what the overlay was about. So you see the overlay, totalitarianism, like it says when we just read, right? We said state regulation of nearly every aspect of public and private sectors. Now, what do you see in this overlay? It says totalitarianism, state government has complete control over religion, economy, education, family, and media. He wants a structure like that, y'all, but also his people ain't really living like that. You're in America. So yeah, Russia deals with totalitarianism and equal a little bit of fascism, of both. That's what you get. And then there's statism, intervention, personal and social or economic matters, and then patriotism. He claims he's a patriot. Autocracy, and then militarism, but we ain't gonna get into all the other stuff, collectivism and all that. It's just what it is. So if y'all want the philosophy basics link, the ones that's new, I'm gonna put this here, and this is what I teach. I teach it or school people or whatever, and I'm just like, Yeah, man, we here. What's going on, degenerate? Salute, salute, man, salute. Yeah, I saw an interesting clip from a woman. What's her name? What's her fucking name? She's she's very interesting, and I'm just like saying, look here, look here, look here, y'all. I'm just here to get some notice and some pushback, and then just like, okay, let me look at the context here. What's her name? Her name is Sweet Life of Atari. I seen this. Can't believe Sister George really said this to. Yeah, who cares? I mean, you like that. And she was going against the Pelican creature, calls herself a sphere of a woman, but we ain't gonna go get into that. And then Bomb Cherry, I used to nickname her the Slug, the Queen of all slugs, but Sluggy Slug, the champ. Bomb Cherry, Bomby Bomb Bomb, done come with a bombshell. Sister didn't know Curlin sent those private. And you know what she said in classic Sister George fashion when I heard these clips that this woman did, she don't even give a shit if they have problems like that. She just loved curling. Classic Sister George, right? She always talk like that. Y'all have to understand. She talks in circles every now and then, but I've been on panels with her a couple of times, and I can tell you about Sister George. Sister George is an interesting character. I have no issues with her, but she didn't even give a shit. She act like she's nonchalant. She didn't even care. Like all that stuff, y'all gotta understand. Sister George be trolling you niggas, man. She does that shit for attention, but you can't get mad at Sister George because Sister George, she'll say how she feels and then she moves on. She's one thing I can respect about her. She tells it like it is. Like she'll let you know. And we had our dust ups over at the third shift or whatever. And Sister George is just one of those characters. Be like, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do me, goddamn it. But that's how she gets down. You know, y'all have to understand. Sister George has always been that way. So y'all gotta understand that she comes from a place that means something. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to deal with. And you see this a lot with Sister George, and she just like, okay, we here, and we here to see what's going on. But Sister George is gonna be Sister George. So scroll 1 minute. But that's just Sister George. And then when we turn certain things and just like, okay, when Sister George is gonna be like this combative with certain women. When I heard those clips, I was like, damn, it was like that. But she always been that type of character, so it ain't no beef with her or anything. It's just like that's what I can get. But Curlin, he was in the position. Everybody didn't like what happened to him or whatever. But Curlin said, nah, he ain't worrying about that. I don't think he even worried about that. I think he seems like a solid dude. It's just like I don't know why women fight over men online like that, but he ain't worried about that. But I don't care what happens, wherever it's said, it's said. DMs can be very tricky. You gotta be careful because some people say, you said this, you told me you love me. And they'll say some weird shit, and then you didn't even say that. You didn't say that shit. I thought you were supposed to love me. I thought you were supposed to love me. You know how people are. And you can't get attached to people online like that. So you gotta be very, very careful. People are gonna look for excuse to see where your weaknesses is. If you're soft, they got you. They got you psychologically. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. I was about to put something up, but I'll leave this a little alone because I thought about I was going to use it. And I said to myself, no, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use what I got. back to my other particular particular one. Keep me from not dozing off because I know this is about an hour. What time is it we got? Oh, it's 4:10. Damn, it's early. Oh, Tasi going on about that leg. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. A G tied it. And they love dude, man. Duke Don was saying that last night. Yeah, y'all love dude, man. I don't see why. And y'all make videos on him, put his name in his top. See, I never did that. I threw subliminal shots at him, made him feel that shit. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop and being honest. Y'all ain't really about that. Y'all ain't about no static like that on YouTube. If you've been here for months, I can't take you seriously, even though you have a good following. But dude, you just found a market for yourself. You just use Kevin Samuels to get views. And then you're pro O'Shea. And I'm not saying you're pro O'Shea, but just be careful. He don't care nothing about you either, man. There's a lot of stories about him not doing great business with certain individuals. And we gotta stop lying to ourselves. But that's what's going on YouTube and things like that. But I've been focusing on what's going on overseas and things like that. But I found something interesting about Russia. Me and my dad had a discussion, and he saw certain reports, and certain people said, and the agents in the U.S. say Russia's losing the war. But here's the thing: why they're losing. His own men won't tell him that they're losing because they can't afford much of the stuff that's in Russia to have their war long term. They can't afford it because they're gonna go broke. And what they realized when Finland and Sweden united and they made it official a couple of days ago, I knew then this was over. And they are the only country that doesn't have an ally since then. And that's what you're gonna see. So I don't get why people just don't understand that. Yeah. That's just me padding the sound. Okay. Yeah. Woo. Man. Let me get here real quick. I'll get the volume a certain way. All right, but yeah, but when I saw that and read about it and heard, people just gonna go in and be like, all right, this is it. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, along the audio is good, 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 good. Because we in here today. Because I got the next hour, so I'm gonna run some clock off. I may go longer today because I don't know how long this is gonna be. Because and like I said, this stuff is very, very, very surreal, and I feel like you see what's going on. I know people ain't gonna talk about the politics aspect of Russia and Ukraine, but Ukraine is acting filthy right now, man. They doing their thing. They doing their thizzle. They doing their thug fizzle. What's going on, Shannon B? Salute. And you see this going on, and you be like, all right, the politics is coming through, and people coming through because the summer is gonna be wild. We're gonna see what's in store for the summer. And that's what you got to have in so many words, and people just want to come through and just be like, all right, we here now. And one thing I can say about in so many words and so many people, it's going to get very, very heated in these discussions after the war is over with Ukraine or whatever. It's going to be some lot of setbacks. We're going to see who's going to get rich off of this, and they're going to be like Afghanistan future wise. They're future proof like that. Ukraine, or if they're not going to be like Afghanistan, they may comply and be an ally for good. It's very interesting because we see repeated history of this country dealing with relationships with other countries. It's usually the way it is. But again, it's an ongoing process. So and that's just how people are. I get up close, but I get used to my daily driver. But some people they look at things like that. When I was looking at it all the time on France 24, it's a lot of things going on. Then the woman from Al Jazeera got shot. Conflict of journalism. And there's one woman, she said they can't wear no vest and no flat jack, what they call a vest or a helmet. They get shot. They treat them like foreigners, like soldiers. That's some wild shit, but that's how countries think of you if you dress like that. You can't have that on. Risk of getting shot. Just wear a badge and say you're oppressed. Crazy, ain't it? So, as you can tell, over here chilling and just getting started with certain things, and and two mics plugged in. So I'm gonna take one out for a minute. I'm gonna take one out for a minute. Yeah, because that's my other daily driver I had in, but I had to take one out for a minute. Let's see something real quick. I'll put that right there. That's for later. And I won't use my other daily driver, so it sounds like on one channel on the interface. Okay. All right. All right. So what we have here is a situation what's going on in the world. People just gonna be focused. People just gonna be focused and get some starch in me and do things like that. Okay, people low in the room. Okay, cool. Got some beautiful playback stream hill. What's going on, TC Killer? What's going on, T Church? What's going on in the building? Yeah, stream hill. Yeah. Oh, people coming through back. Okay, cool, 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 cool. But one thing I can say about me coming through with this topic, and I mean, like, the stream, I was like, we was talking about the mass shooters, we was talking about everything, but it is like, how can we? How can we? How can we? And that's just what it is. I don't see what RSB's talking about. He's on some silly stuff. He said I posted that yesterday, and the defense force came heavy. Dude, I've seen that before you, man. Stop it, RSB. You weren't the first one. It's been floating around before that. I saw that on Instagram with old boy. He's wild. I love Kevin Samuels. Shannon, you wild boy. Shannon, you wild. I saw that super chat, nigga. Both ears pierced with a loop earrings automatically means you over 40. God damn. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. But it is what it is, though. And that's what you see all the time. But I'm telling you, man, this thing with Russia and I would probably say Ukraine is very interesting war. It reminds me of Yugoslavia all over again. It has that 1990s feel. I don't see nothing different in comparison, but Ukrainians are tough. They're on that line in those regions in Belarus and everybody else. I don't see why people don't understand that. They so dumb. But it is what it is. Pee-wees don't understand the game. They don't understand the politics and the gist. They're just so dumb. Diddly diddly dumb. Diddly diddly dumb. Trying to make sure my mic was all right. Woo. Yeah. So I can talk to any of y'all, but people just gonna come crazy with it. It's a type pickup. Type pickup. But like we over here, it's about to be 2 hours. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go in. What the fuck did Javon wrote? Why grown man can't just respect another man's work? Why always gotta turn it into a man worship? Javon, that's a lot. Hey, I can't get into it. Kevin wore a man purse who wore heels, boots, had his nose pierced, and spoke with a lisp. What the hell were his male audience missing? He beyond sus. Isaac, I had to agree. That boy is wild. Gannon Wiles is don't do that. He said Ty City should get a tattoo hairline. Oh my god, no, he didn't. He ain't shit. These niggas ain't shit. But I was looking at his chat because there ain't that much going on. But the playoffs in the NBA, the Bucks and the Celtics are on right now. I gotta see what's going on. And I'm just like over here chilling. Stop. Let me get that out of here. Backspace. We ain't doing that. NBA playoffs. All the Suns and the Mavericks is tonight. Yeah, game 7. Yeah, the Bucks 30, Celtics 32. Oh god. Yeah, it's a neck to neck game. It's in Boston. Bucks are the defending champs. They should win this. I ain't picking the Celtics win the finals though. Now, if the Celtics beat the Miami Heat, that's amazing. That's fucking amazing. If they beat the Suns, that's fucking amazing. Celtics on that team, boy, I'm telling you. They got a future. If they do this shit, shouts out to Jason Tatum and that team. Big upgrade. That championship, yeah. I'm picking the Bucks though, but I'm not picking the Celtics because I'm not surprised. That's a good team. They got it next year though. I give them next year. This year ain't their year because Giannis is proving me right. He'll come back and win the game. So we gotta see what's what. So I know people done drop, because of the game, the ball game. And that's cool. That's cool. But shouts out to people that came through. If they was just passing through, that happens. Sometimes Sunday Madness usually be like that. When I had that fuckery stream, man, niggas just came through and they went crazy with it. It didn't stop me from doing anything. You know what I'm saying? I just kept going and going and going. I was waiting for the 2-hour mark. I'll be on it for like 30 minutes. See what I can get out of this, this long stream. Because I only start around 2:30 and then the hours keep going. because we already been an hour. I was like three something, and this is about to be 2 hours because we're in the four something mark. Yeah, I've been eyeballing some stuff, but I had to get this thing running. But you know, I mean, Sunday Madness is gonna be normal like usual because I usually in it around 3 hours, but 2 hours I'm gonna go 2 hours today because I'm gonna chill today. I gotta move some stuff around. I'm talking to y'all probably about 5 to 10 minutes in the 2 hour mark, because normally I don't really be on it that long. So some people be on it like 3 hours. I used to, but I'm gonna cut it to two on this one because that's usually get my hours in. Because an hour is too easy. I can do that. 2 hours I can too. But when I was on streaming, I think I did like 3 hours or more, and I had to cut some of those streams back. I don't get that set up probably next month. I had to make some adjustments. Oh, I'm gonna make some adjustments. I think I'm gonna start doing them Sundays more and just keep it like that. Cause Sundays is usually I enjoy those doing them on Sundays, and probably try to do the Thursday ones on there as well. So Thursdays will be different. But you know what? I'll think about it. Now the DTNs, I think I'm gonna put them on restream. Yeah, for now. Thursday thrills, I might add that to stream. That's a StreamYard thing. I might have to. I might have to keep. I might have to keep that strictly for. Yeah, because DTN is gonna be for here. All for here. Know why? Because people gonna be tripping, and that's just what I'm looking at right now. Then when you test certain things out, you be like, okay, we here, and people just gonna get noticed. But I'm on my daily driver. 2 hours in. But shouts out to everybody that came through. Degenerate, TC Killer, Shannon, Leticia, Dick Thug. What's his name? His name is what? His name is what? Beef Boss. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm always gonna stay alert, man. And then who else came through? Supreme Elder, Mr. DJ Music. Appreciate y'all for coming through today. Sundays is kind of rough for most people. And who else came through beside Mace, Lady Love? Y'all subscribe to Lady Love. She has an excellent channel. She talks about some real stuff every now and then. I'll pop through. I've just been moving around and pre-recording, dropping content. I might drop some content probably I will say probably drop some Monday morning. I might vlog stream Monday morning. I might do that to Monday morning. Yeah, I might do that Monday morning. I might vlog stream Monday morning. I'll do that. And then drop some pre-recorded content probably Tuesday. I'm gonna probably drop some pre-recorded content Tuesday. And then of course we're gonna do libertarianism. And then we're gonna do DTN. So we're straight. We're straight for now. So, but shouts out to everybody, because this is, the NBA is on. And, oh, dang, the Bucks came back. What the fuck? The Milwaukee Bucks. I take the B out the name and drop the F on it. I was ignorant while I was young. I used to make fun. I don't care for the Bucks. I really don't. But the Bucks is cool, Like I used to talk my shit with that. Sunday Chalk Talk with Dr. Short. All hail Art. All hail Art. It's gonna be some nigga shit. I'm telling them right now, it's gonna be some bullshit. Art, it's gonna be some nigga shit. Art better get real. It's gonna be some nigga shit. It's gonna be some nigga shit. Art knows it's gonna be some nigga shit. He gonna get a lot of views on this one. It's gonna be some nigga shit. Microphone polar patterns. There is so many good mic reviews. Look at old boy here. There is so many good mic reviews. But you know what? Let me stay right here. Yeah, because I'm gonna stay right here for a minute. Because that's some shit I'm gonna look at. And it's just like, because Ty City's talking right now. Teach people something. I ain't gonna go just yet, folks. I'm just here. Keep it like that. Yeah. That's a lot of watch laters I need to watch. I'm gonna watch some tonight because I'm on Ty City right now. Because I'll switch around and then I'm gonna switch it to Gilly tonight. Yeah. Oh Slayer. Oh Slayer in the building. Oh Slayer. Yeah, he pulled a clip on BGS and DQ Pearling Spalding. Oh my God, Spalding needs to shut his ass down. Sit his ass down, nigga. Oh, I'm doing good today. I'm doing good today. Y'all know what it is. I'm doing good today. So, I mean, where we at? Yeah, on way to Ty City and them is crazy. But that's it, yo. But because it's crazy. He's talking about BGS right now. But that's all I got, man. But Sunday Madness, we'll be back again next week on cover with a different topic. But it's been dry. I had to discuss about that mass shooting in the beginning. If y'all came in here late, whatever. So with that, I want to say peace and shalom, and I'm out.